no land left with breeze or breeze.
Hello and welcome to the Cigar area. I'm Mike Simmons, and today I'm going to be continuing with the Daniel Marshall series of cigars. I recently reviewed the Daniel Marshall Red Label. There is a Daniel Marshall White Label, and today I am going to be smoking the Daniel Marshall Black Label. Now, the Black Label is a milder cigar. These are made in the factory owned by Manuel Quesada in the Dominican Republic. This is a 5-year aged Connecticut shade wrapper over a Mexican binder with Dominican fillers. So it's a bit different from the red. And this, I believe, is the mildest of the three. The White Label is a Cameroon wrapper, and I think it's a medium body, and I'll be reviewing that one soon. And I want to thank Daniel Marshall very much for sending these cigars to me to review. I greatly appreciate your generous gesture, and I enjoyed smoking the red and reviewing it, and I'm greatly looking forward to this. I've had these in my humidor for a week now. I figured I'd let them rest after their travel, and I think they're ready to go. I know I'm ready to go. So, oh, this by the way is the 6x44 Corona. They come in a Churchill, the Corona, a 5-inch Torpedo, and a Robusto. So this is the 6x44 Corona, a little smaller in diameter, but I like to generally stick with the 6-inch versions, especially if I might be reviewing more than one size. I'm going to start with something that's around 6 inches. Has a nice straight tobacco flavor on the cold draw. A couple hints of brightness in there. I'm not sure exactly what the filler leaves are, but a little bit of brightness. Fire this guy up. Nice rich tobacco core flavor on the first puff. That little bit of brightness in there, it's sort of a cedar flavor. Definite cedar flavor. Definitely mild, but mild and flavorful. Not the kind of mild. I've smoked some mild cigars that I wonder why I was even smoking it, because it didn't really have any flavor at all. This has a nice rich flavor. I like that tobacco core flavor. I don't know what to expect from the Mexican binder. Might be some tricks up the sleeve here in a little bit, but Each puff is revealing a little more sweetness. Not really spice, so to speak, but it's a bit of a tang on the tongue at the finish. Alright, that's where we're going to start off. Rich tobacco core flavor, slight sweetness, nice cedar flavor. Start of something on the finish there. Could be some spice. Have to wait and see. I'm going to work into the first third of the Daniel Marshall Black Label. Be back shortly. Okay, welcome back to the cigar area with the Daniel Marshall Black Label. The first third, you can see I have about a ½ inch of ash on there. About 3/4 of an inch, a little bit longer than this. The first portion of ash fell off nice and clean into the ashtray. You can see he's got a very nice burn there. Nice light gray ash. You can see the dime stacking in there, which generally represents a very well rolled cigar. Don't see any problems with this right now. It's very firm pack to this cigar. Has some heft to it for a Corona, and I don't feel any soft spots in it whatsoever, so I'm not anticipating any burn problems. Flavor wise, has that rich tobacco core, definite cedar flavor. Had some appearances of clove in there, some cashew. I think that's where the sweetness was coming in, was that cashew flavor, which I love. And a little bit of clove lending to a tad bit of spice on the finish. But those kind of came and went. Not consistent. Consistency lies right now in the tobacco core flavor and the cedar. It is a mild cigar, but it's on the upper range of mild at this point, approaching medium. It is very rich and flavorful, and for a mild cigar it has a bit of potency to it, which I like. So okay, so I'm going to work my way through the second portion here and see where we go. Has a nice easy but firm draw. Produces a lot of nice smoke. Tastes great on the retrohale. So looking good. Approach the second portion. Be back shortly. Alright, welcome back to the cigar area with the Daniel Marshall Black Label. Into the second third of the cigar here. You can see once again a little more than ½ inch, going on 3/4 of an inch of ash. Slightest wave to the burn there, but not, I wouldn't really call it wavy. It has a little curve to it. Flavor wise, second portion proved to be similar to the first. Rich core tobacco flavor. So it's a good Dominican flavor. I mean, it's very reminiscent of other Dominican tobaccos that I've had. That rich core flavor with the cedar still there. Not so much of the cashew in this portion, but more of the clove, and a lingering peppery spice on the finish. Very light, but it's there. I feel it on the sides of my tongue. Still mild, but mild to medium, I'd say. It's at the higher range of mild. Still producing lots of great smoke. Flavors really on the retrohale. That spice, that clove leading into that spicy finish. Really comes through on the retrohale. Very nice. So it's not changed a great deal, but that's okay with me. I found that the red label was very consistent from start to end, and I'm finding this to be very similar, and I like that in a cigar. There's no requirement for a cigar to have a massively diverse flavor profile. Depending on the tobaccos, the blend, the wrapper, the binder, sometimes you'll get several flavors in there. Sometimes I'll get. Okay, let's talk about me here. I've seen some reviewers that come up with 20 flavors in a cigar. They taste nuances of every flower, every spice, every possible flavor you could drum up in your mind, and I don't know where they get all this from. For me, I do reviews for the regular guy, not the connoisseur, and sometimes I'll taste some of those bizarre flavors. If you've seen any of my other reviews, every once in a while I get amazed. Well, I'll taste a floral note in there, or citrus, or something odd, but easily discernible. What I like is a cigar that's consistent. It's consistent in flavor, it's consistent in body, and it has identifiable flavors that keep coming throughout the cigar. That's what this is. That's what the Daniel Marshall Red Label proved to be, and that's what the Black Label is proving to be also. Very rich, slightly sweet, has a nice cedar flavor, and a little bit of clove and spice on the finish. If it stays like this all the way through, I'll be happy. So, going to venture into the final third here, and come back and sum it all up. Okay, welcome back. In the final third with the Daniel Marshall Black Label. Show you that ash there. About 3/4 of an inch of ash, light gray. It's a beautiful dime-like stacking on there all the way through. It did have a little curve in it there, but it straightened itself out. It's almost perfect char line. Flavor-wise, right on the beam as we were from the start. Rich tobacco core flavor with a cedar flavor, a sweet clove type flavor toward the end, and a little bit of spice on the finish. Now, that spiciness is tapered off a bit, but that clove flavor is still there, so there's still sweet. And clove is a spice, technically, so it's a spicy sweetness on the finish. And it stayed consistent throughout the cigar, and I like that. It's very good. Way to enjoy a cigar for me. Something that tastes good right off the bat and continues all the way through to the end. Has not gotten stronger, has not gotten harsh, there's no residue. It's nice flow of smoke and a nice even burn. Take this label off here. As I said, it is a mild cigar, but it's mild on the upper end toward medium. I'd say smooth more than mild. So there you have it. Daniel Marshall, Black Label, excellent cigar, 10 out of 10 in my book. Sorry, I had a little glitch with my battery there. As I was saying, Daniel Marshall Black Label, 10 out of 10. Great cigar. If you like mild cigars, this is very smooth, very flavorful. Highly recommend it. I'm Mike Simmons. This is the Cigar Area. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my other videos on YouTube and on thecigararea.com. Until next time, once again, thank you, Daniel Marshall, and happy smoking.
and all I'm left with is a breeze. Doesn't even reach my knees. There's too much in this